Ladles and Jelly Spoons, Tim down for Living with MS in Tenerife. We are here in the Nebula. It is midweek meetup and it is 5:55. Well, my friends, my name's Tim down for Living with MS in Tenerife. Roll intro. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got two people with us today. One is with me all the time. She's my Herzi Poppy. She is my beautiful wife, Christine. Let's see if we can get her on. And the other one is Richard. He's a nice lad as well. Richard Walton, there he is. Give us a wave.
Hello there, everyone.
We've got people in the background as well. You want to give us a wave? There you go. And here is my beautiful wife coming around.
Hello.
Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? She's coming, there she is, way down there, there you go. You alright?
I'm fine.
Cool, you haven't got a microphone today, so it doesn't really matter. And Alejandro's bringing the cake? Okay, let's do that, let's get him zoomed in here. Can we follow you with that? No, we can't. I'm going to turn this round.
Okay.
So that I can get auto follow on it. There he is.
That's better.
Auto follow.
Yeah.
It's actually a bit too. Let's zoom out of it. There we go. There you cool dude.
All right.
So, let's go for the wide shot here. Let's get a random comment up. Pam Domain saying hi to Trisha. Cool dude. So we got Richard Walton. He's got a place in Playa de San Juan.
That's correct.
We normally have a walk around Playa de San Juan, don't we?
Yeah, but
Give us a sound check.
Too much of it by now.
Just give us a sound check for a bit.
Oh, okay. How are things? I'm Richard.
Sounds good.
Okay.
It looks all right here. I'm a bit louder, but then again, I am loud, aren't I, really? So, if you watched the walk this morning, we went to the industrial part of Adeje in Las Torres. I started off at Mercadona and went down to the big roundabout, to Trebol, went round the back, tried to have a look in the forest, but unfortunately the forester wouldn't let me in, which is a shame. That's another story. And then we went back to the music school and had a bit of a look round. It was quite good. I enjoyed myself. Thanks for you guys that came along. And today, midweek meetup is in the Nebula. We're on the I would call it the hub of Cayo Salvaje. It's the first thing you see when you come in on the bus. And they got the music blaring, but we'll turn it down in a minute, we don't mind. So, how many people we got on? We got 49 people watching already. Let's find out who's watching. So, we got Anne-Marie, good evening. David Butler, I love you, Butler. Pam Domain, Trisha Slater. It's Craig, good evening Tim, hope you're well. And Stephanie, picture and sound is all good. Stephanie was going to call me, but she doesn't call me yet, so she might call me in a minute. Or she might even come on, we don't know. Oh, but I haven't got my earphones with me, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Pato the Duck's on. Derek Walker, Alan in the Hat. And Richard Edwards, good evening. So, Richard, let me zoom in on you a little bit, so we don't have too many people in the background.
Okay.
There we go.
Too close.
A bit up there. That'll do.
Yeah.
That'll do. So why are you coming over for such a short visit?
Well, I only came over yesterday and I'm going back tomorrow. Got a few problems at the apartment we have. The garage is being repaired, the floor of the garage. Mm-hmm. And I had an email last week politely asking me if I could open my garage door by Monday, which is a bit of a tall order from England.
Yeah.
And then I got another email from...
Haven't you got like a remote?
Yeah, I don't know. You could. I guess that's possible. I guess. technology today, I could probably
Yeah,
remote
I mean, you can ring the doorbell,
yeah.
innit? Because it makes you be able to open the garage door.
So I came across yesterday, and I opened the garage door up for them today, and hopefully, I think the door will be open for quite a long time, because it doesn't look like they've made a huge amount of progress.
Have you got? Is it a private garage? Is it?
Yeah. Okay, well, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's underneath the apartment buildings.
Yeah.
There's garages, so there's a very steep slope that goes down into the garage, and
Great when it rains.
and there's about 50 or 60 garages down there.
So there's garages within garages. And we've just got an open area and we got a parking spot.
Oh right, no, this is sort of basement, underground, and doors on all the garages. It's like a private car park.
So you can actually put
underground.
stuff in there as well.
I've got all the stuff that I acquired
And don't want in your flat.
and I don't want, and I've replaced, and I've got to try and get it down the tip somehow, but it's quite large stuff, so I'm going to need.
Of course,
like,
you don't have a
beds.
car, do you?
No, I don't have a car. Beds and doors and things like that I've replaced. It's all just sitting down there.
Why don't you just get a
I
man
must
with a
find
van?
someone. Man with a van.
Yeah. I know
Right.
somebody. I'll give you his number.
All right. Thanks.
We'll
Next
split.
time.
We'll split the profits. So they're actually going to do the floor of your garage, right? Or are they doing the floor?
No, our garages are our own responsibility, but the general area that we share with everybody else.
I mean, it's not public access, but the community access areas they're redoing.
Correct.
And then they've got to have your door open, otherwise they're going to butt up against your door. If they're going
I mean, I don't know. Iris was sort of saying, well, you better go, because you never know what might happen. They might actually tarmac the door in, so I can't open it again, or
Exactly.
I don't know. But looking down there's quite a lot of them that haven't opened up, so they've ignored the message, and I'm being the good boy. But,
Or maybe they couldn't get down there. I mean, are most of them locals, or?
it's near. Well, I say so, but it always seems to be quite. They're all Spanish, and the.
Well, they could be mainland Spainers, could they?
Originally, the block was it like social? I don't know if you call it social housing over here, but so when I bought it, the solicitors said I nearly didn't get it, because the solicitors had to go and find out that 30 years had passed
Right.
since it was social housing, and it could be privately sold.
So it's basically like Maggie Thatcher selling off the council houses.
Maybe they don't look like council houses. They look like nice tourist apartments.
Yeah, but don't forget that only
But that's
Britain
in
builds
this
council
country.
houses that look like council houses.
Yeah,
You know, everybody else builds houses.
Yeah. Still.
I remember my dad, you know, had a friend, it was two brothers they were, and they were architects. And they went and they designed some fantastic social housing for Manchester
Yeah.
and City of Manchester. And they were fantastic, they were way ahead of their time. It was in like this late 60s, early 70s, right? And, or mid 70s it could have been. Way ahead of their time. And they were cheap, they were self-sustainable type of thing, they looked good. And the guys, the councillors said, that's all well and good, they said, but you're under budget. And they said, okay, we can beautify them then with the extra money. They said, no, I want you to go away and design something that looks like a council house.
Oh no.
They did.
Oh.
Because they didn't want it to look nicer than a private property, you know. And they said, but you know, we can just build this cheaper than, you know, you build it. No, we've got to use this material and that.
No, but they always used to say that if you had a council house, it was very well built.
They're well built, but they're all the same.
And all the rest of it. Yeah.
Pebble dashed or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pebble dashed.
So that's the problem now, because Maggie Thatcher sold them all off.
Yeah.
And we've now got a big shortage.
Yeah. Labour sold off all the gold.
Yeah.
You can claim third world relief now.
Is that right?
Yeah, no problem. You've left the European Union. You get some third world relief. Spain are going to start dropping food parcels on London.
On London, it'll be lovely. I don't think we've got that quite like that yet.
I don't think it's that bad, no.
No.
People are talking amongst themselves. Don't forget, if you want to ask a question for me or for Richard or for Chris for that matter, just put QQ at the beginning, and I can filter on that and I can answer your questions. So Iris, why did she come?
Well, I don't know if there was an option. She didn't. She just said, we sort of ummed and ahed about it, and I said, oh no, it'll be all right. And then she just sort of said, you go. And she's been looking after Isaac, our grandson. So
okay.
So
that's probably
really do that.
Okay, right, yeah.
But she'll come the next time, I'm sure.
Yeah, I suppose for 3 days, it's what you're going to do in 3 days now.
No.
It's more like a work trip, isn't it?
I've
More
done
like a
it
business
before.
trip.
This is the second time I've done a 3 day. I did it for the apartment's AGM, the yearly thing.
Right, yeah. Where you go and vote for something that doesn't make a difference.
No, that did seem to be. I didn't understand it because it's all in Spanish.
Oh, right,
But
okay.
I tried to pick up, but it got quite heated at one point.
Yeah,
actually.
I think they do.
I don't know if it's just the Spanish do talk quite loudly and.
But it's local politics as well, or clicky stuff as well. I know we're not invited to the AGM because we're not owners, right? So we're like second-class citizens. And then one of the guys who is the owner, was convicted of robbing the other places because he had the key because he was a maintenance guy, and he still lives there and he's got a vote and I don't. So I'm saying, well, I'll tell you what, if you've got a bloody convicted felon on it, I don't want to be on it. But Cleo's on the council. In fact, she was the president last year, and basically she said that's terrible because everybody's moaning about everybody else. I said, well, we don't moan. No, you don't. So, but the owners moaned. But that's another story. Something to do with we got to pay the bins now. The bins used to be included in the price of the rent.
All right.
And now the bins are not included in the price of the rent. We got to pay them extra, €6 a month. What's that? 660 is 36 every 6 months.
Yeah.
It's about right, isn't it?
I know. I pay. There's a charge from the council for the bins.
Yeah.
Which I think is about. I'm not quite sure what it is. I'm not sure, but it's maybe €30 maybe it's €10 a month or something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not a big. It's not quite like the rates or whatever you call the rates.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you have rates here as well?
Well, there's a tax I pay, which is I think, I can't remember how there was some way of working it out, but it is something to do with the value of the house,
right?
Like it is in England.
Okay, so if you got like a $500,000 property, that's one price. $250,000 property is another price.
Possibly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I pay that. And then I also pay something. I'll pay the income tax which is the same percentage as the rates are, if you like.
Is that called a swalo?
I'm not.
Because there's one tax that you don't have to pay anymore, and people are actually people are doing like ambulance chasing. Lawyers are trying to get the Brits then to, because you can claim it all back. I think it's called the swalo clause, the floor clause.
No, I'm not sure. I've got a feeling it's something like IBO or something like that.
Oh no, you got to pay that.
Yeah. And that's presuming that I've earned something over here, but I don't at any time.
But it's not that much, is it?
As I say, it's the same as what my rates are. So yeah, it's not.
I mean,
maybe €300.
This might be interesting for people.
Like
Did you buy it before Brexit or after Brexit?
I bought it before Brexit.
Yeah.
And didn't take advantage of any of that. I should have got residency then or something like that. But
right.
No, it's not like that now. So and then and I bought it just before COVID. So I came out here for a couple of trips.
2019.
I think I bought it in 2018, and then 2019, and then COVID hit, and I didn't come back for another 18 months, and I was worried sick about what might happen. And people, I got an email from the management agency,
Yeah.
and they said that there've been some strangers around knocking on doors,
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, that property's been open, been left closed for such a long time," and just asking around, and
Because there's a big thing here for squatters, isn't it?
yeah,
Oktoberfest.
yeah. So they then changed the key code to get into the complex. So, but that was my neighbour. Spoke to the management agents and said there's something going on here, and then the management agents got in touch with me. So,
Okay.
yeah, so that was good. But yeah, everything was fine after 18 months.
So if you're buying a property here, you can either buy it cash or with a mortgage or something like that. But that's not the end of it, is it? You've got the EBO or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
You've got the rates. You've got the basura. Community fees, I assume you're going to pay as well.
Yeah, that we pay for the pool and the
Maintenance and stuff?
yeah,
Outdoor
maintenance,
maintenance.
cleaners and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's not too bad, but
But it's still worth it if you come over often enough, I suppose.
oh yes, yeah, I think it's worth it. I think I can't really think what it's around. Maybe I spend 100 to 150 euros a month or something
Okay.
like that. But if you consider what you might pay on for a holiday or whatever,
Exactly,
then
yeah.
it's here whenever I want it. So
That's one meal, isn't it, for two?
yeah.
Basically, isn't it? Especially if you're eating here. We had leg of lamb on Sunday for Easter.
For Easter, yeah.
Came out for a
Yeah.
leg of lamb. I said, well, I'm not going to have a meal. I said, I'll just have a starter between us.
Yeah.
So we got some bread and dips. We got some, what's it called? Squid,
Yeah.
right? And calamari, yeah? But it was, I thought they were going to be rings, but they were like little cuts
Yeah.
of squid. But it's very nice sauce. I might have that tonight, actually. And then we had this leg of lamb. The leg of lamb came, massive leg of lamb, with gold on it.
Yeah.
25 quid, euros, which isn't bad.
A whole one.
Yeah.
That's not bad at all. I think there was some similar price in Sainsbury's at home. Actually.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think if I'd have
Uncooked.
bought it myself and cooked it for 4 hours,
Yeah.
I'd have had to pay between 14 and 18 euros for it anyway,
Yeah.
right? And then cook it for 4 hours, and then I got to do the mint sauce and all that stuff. So anyway, it came with canary potatoes. We had the bread and the starter beforehand. I had a couple of beers. Chris had a bottle of water and a glass of wine. Then we had 2 gin and tonics and 2 barraquitos, and the bill came to 80 euros, which isn't bad, but it's not, I don't normally spend that on food, you know.
No.
But now you're saying it's probably not that dear, is it, really?
No, I think it's certainly cheaper to eat out here than it is at home. But,
And the beer,
and,
obviously.
Out in a restaurant, yeah. And the beer is just half the price, if not a third.
Depends where you go.
Yeah.
So it's a shame you didn't sort of tag a couple of days on for Freaky Friday, isn't it, really? You might have won the
I
Sticky
might have won
13,
Sticky 13 again,
and it would have
but-
paid for the whole thing.
No, never won it, but.
Well,
Well, Iris love to come to the bingo here, yeah. So,
we got a couple coming on bingo on Friday. I can't remember the names. Hang on.
yeah.
Let's just find out who they are. Give them a shout out. Don't forget, if you are here on Friday, you can come and go to timothydowd.com/events, which is that one, and check in to Freaky Friday. We got one spot, Neville and Tracy. That's the one. Neville and Tracy coming, and they love a bit of bingo. I've heard they love a bit of bingo. So get there around about 3 o'clock. Do the bingo card. Full house, the lines, corners, whatever they do.
Yeah, but 3 o'clock might be a little bit. It gets full up really early. I think we got here at 2 to be able to get a table.
2 o'clock to get a table.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Neville and
Well,
Tracy.
maybe that was in the high season. I'm not sure. Maybe it's not so bad nowadays.
I think last week Sticky went for 550 tea bags. They call it.
That's a lot.
They're not allowed to say money anymore.
Are they not?
No.
I know he does say that. I didn't understand why he was doing that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So 550 tea bags you win.
Yeah.
Tea bags, tea bags.
No, it's good. It's a good fun.
Okay. CC's are good here, says Craig. Let's have a look to see if anybody's saying anything. QQ. Nobody's asked a question yet. Don't forget, if you want to ask a question, just add QQ and a question. And it will be, let's go for comments. So if you put QQ and comments, then I can go and filter on QQ and it'll show all the questions. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just seeing that.
See, they're all chatting, but they're all chatting amongst themselves. CC's good. Good evening, everybody saying. Let's see who we got on. Alejandro, mi hija está evaporada.
Para ti.
Gracias. Daniel's Adventures on. Carol Smith's on. Carol Smith, David Butler. Orcus is on. Richard Edwards, that's what we did. David, Gary Taylor. Carol, Tricia, Ann, Pam, Craig, Daniel. 72, 76 euros a year, there you go. We're back over at the beginning of June, says the green team. Tiny Tony, there you go. We do have a new, muchas gracias, here we go. Kev Weaver's on. 96 people watching, 102 now. We've hit the 100. Well done, Richard. CC's are good. QQ, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. I love canary and potatoes. Not CC, it's QQ. CC is closed captions. QQ is quick question. Hi Tim and Christina, really enjoy the channel. Says Peter Glennon. Looking forward to meeting up for a walk in September. Anytime, my friend, anytime. Let me know where you want to go. We're still listening to you all. Hi Tim and everyone, says Linka Satkin. And Pato the Duck, QS, quick statement. The road to Tenerife, 12 weeks-ish, Tim, second week in July. Pato the Duck. Are we going to meet in Los Cristianos again? And Vinny's on. I'm on, but eating my tea. Is it tea or dinner? Do you say dinner or tea for the evening meal at this time?
I don't say tea. I'd probably say dinner.
Yeah.
Us Southerners, you know.
There's breakfast,
tea up
lunch and
north.
dinner. Yeah, there's breakfast, dinner and tea and supper.
Oh, when I supper I think should be around about 10 o'clock or something like that.
Yeah. Fish supper, that's what it is. There's a fish supper. Where's the best roast in the south? Where's the best roast in the south? To tell you the truth, I've never actually gone for a British Sunday dinner.
Well, the Toby Carveries are pretty good, actually.
Where's that?
Toby Carveries. There's many of them.
Here?
No, in the south. Oh, I thought you meant the south
No,
of
in the
England.
south. Not in the south of England.
Sorry.
Toby
Keep up.
Carvery in the south of England, south of Tenerife.
Yeah.
What would you do?
I've been to I have at the what do they call it? Tipsy Corner in Los Gigantes.
Yeah.
That's quite good for Sunday.
The Tipsy Terrace.
Tipsy Terrace.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And they have a music on as well.
So entertainment.
Entertainment.
Tipsy Terrace, Los Gigantes.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And I have been to the Winchester, and that looks pretty good. It comes in a tower with a knife in it or something, you know.
All right.
You got like meat and turkey and whatever, three meats and potatoes.
Yeah,
and
okay, yeah.
And then
no, but this is like proper roast dinner,
no, this is a roast dinner. It's just stacked
stacked up.
as a bit of of fun. But I wouldn't come to Tenerife and have a roast dinner, to tell you the truth.
Well, it's not really quite appropriate, is it?
Well, I mean,
but
the weather
many of
doesn't
us
do it.
yeah.
So, I mean, a roast dinner, you want the weather to be coldish, don't you?
Yeah. Well, at least inside. Eat it inside rather than.
So?
Eat it inside rather than
Yeah.
on
Eat
the
it
terrace.
inside.
Yeah.
Does Richard live in Spain?
Not really. No.
He's got a place here.
I've got a place here.
Well, you live
I'm
in
here
the south of
maybe
England, isn't it?
3 months or something like that.
Yeah.
If I can. Otherwise, I'm in West London.
West London.
Nice bit. Yeah.
Right, multi-million areas, multi-million.
No, not quite, no. Are we?
Does Richard live in Spain? We did that one. Where's the best roast in the south? We did that one as well. Tim, you said you was loud, but you never as loud as Webby, says Craig. Thank you, my friend. And Daniel saying dinner's the evening meal by him. What's the funny moment you had vlogging, Tim? You were going to think about it and that would have it with Adam, any chance? No, that wasn't funny for me. That was only funny for you guys. Did you watch that one when I was running behind Adam Hussein?
No, I don't think so, no.
It's this deaf and dumb guy. He's on every Monday.
Oh, right.
And he comes on and waves at us every Monday. And he came over for a visit, so I met him for a walk.
Yeah.
And we managed to communicate. He was quite interested.
Sure.
Then right at the end, he went, follow me, basically, and I said, I gotta go. It's the end now. We've had the coffee, we've done the thing. I'm finishing up now. I've got to go. And Christina's in bed, and I've got to get back for Chris. And he wasn't having any of it, so he went off. And he just kept looking round to make sure I was behind him. I'm panting behind him like a bloody thing. And so it wasn't funny for me because I thought he was taking me to Buddy's bar for some reason, right?
Right.
But eventually he took me from the Gabota cafe by the church up to Millie's Tea Room. What do we call Millie's Tea Room? No, behind the bus station.
I've heard of it, yes.
Some
yeah.
tea rooms or something.
Yes,
It's
yeah.
not Millie's, it's something else.
Yeah.
And he said, I love the people here, and, they love them. And then he started ordering again. I said, I got to go.
Right.
So everybody said that was the funniest one we did. So somebody asked me this morning, it was at Aki. What was it? No, Kev, what's the funniest moment you had vlogging? And I was going to think about it, which I didn't, I must admit. And but it wasn't Adam. What was the funniest thing that I've done while I've been vlogging? I think the first live I did with Lee the Macmaster and Andrew the Night Strider. That's the first live that I did, I think, and it was at the centre, the Passarella Centre in Olive Garden. I think that was a fun one. But the funniest thing I've seen, I couldn't say. So I live in the moment, you see, so it's all gone for me now. It's basically all gone.
If you can remember.
I've just realised that I didn't clean the lens today, so I've got a water bear. These water bears are pretty good, look. They stick on things, and when they lose the stickiness, you just wash them under cold water and let them dry, and then they're okay again. They're sticky on one side, and they're lens cleaning material on the other. I have to give Webby and Foggy one.
I think some of the things goes on Faulty Towers Road.
Oh yeah, this is the Faulty Towers moments I've done. A couple of those. And Aki saying Spanish or English food or both?
Actually, I do like Spanish food. English food, really just sort of steak and kidney pie and shepherd's pie and things like that, rather than, but come out here and have pilas and meatballs and... Yeah, I think I do like to come for the Spanish out here.
I prefer German food, to say the truth. That was one of the biggest culinary experiences in my life, living in Germany.
Yeah?
Because it was all fresh and it was all meat, you know what I mean? It was like, and the thing is, a kniddle, which is like a grated raw potato,
Right.
and mashed potatoes mixed.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do it either or, can't you? You can do it raw or cooked.
Yeah.
But it's raw or mixed. You can't do all mashed potato, can you? And a kniddle, just mixed in it.
Yeah.
I'm asking Chris here. She's the expert. So a kniddle basically is a grated raw potato, and you squeeze all the water out of it, but you let the water settle so the starch is at the bottom.
Yeah.
You pour the water away and add the starch back in to and make it into like a potato dough,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then you got this potato dough, and you put a little bit more potato starch in if you need it,
Yeah.
to hold it together. They don't have eggs in, do they? Kniddles. Huh? Do they have eggs in the potato, in the kartoffelteig? I don't think there's an egg in the kartoffelteig. Anyway, so they make that, and then they egg in a rabbit, actually, okay.
Yeah.
So they make it into a ball, like a tennis ball size.
Okay.
Then they open it up, put in some toasted brown bread,
All right.
and the toasted bread's in an oil in a pan.
Yeah.
So they got like little squares. You put a couple of squares in the middle, put it back together, and stick it in salted water, bring it to the boil, and when they float, they're done.
Well done.
And I'm not kidding you, there isn't. They don't live in this dimension. You put your knife in it and take it out. There's no hole. It's like a soggy. It's really weird. And the way you eat a canoodle is you're not allowed to cut them. It's like a tradition. You got to rip them apart. Yeah.
Okay.
And then put your gravy on
Is
it.
it like a dough, like a bread dough, or a?
No, it's like a potato dough. It's like a.
I'm just trying to imagine it.
Imagine a
So
massive croquette.
It's not a croquette,
No, it's not a croquette. No.
and it's not a dough bowl like a dumpling
No.
or anything like that.
No. It's
just
definitely potato.
Something on its own.
You can actually do it with bread as well.
Oh, okay.
So you can either a bread canoodle or a potato, a kartoffelknoedel.
Yeah.
So if I go to here and say
Do they do it in Little Germany?
kartoffelknoedel,
Do they
no,
do it-
because Little Germany's not southern. It's not
Oh, I see.
Bavarian, so they don't do canoodles.
Ah.
So kartoffelknoedel Rosetta. So this is what it looks like
Yeah. Okay.
that. And they're about tennis ball size. And the way that you make them, there we go, all recipes, that's a good one. German potato dumplings. So I might actually do one of these recipes now.
Yeah, do it now.
Yeah, because I've got the new recipes on this channel now.
Yes,
The people
I've
weren't
heard
going
that,
to the
yeah.
new channel to subscribe. Well, they were. I mean, I got 70 people,
Right.
but they weren't getting the views. And I've got to get to 1,000 people on the new channel before I can monetize it.
Yeah.
So I thought I might as well just stick it up on here
Join
now. Easy dumplings. So a pound of russet potatoes, a stick of unsalted butter, 2 cups of fresh bread cubes, a pinch of freshly grated nutmeg to taste, cayenne pepper to taste, salt and black pepper, 2 large eggs, so there is eggs, and a cup of flour, and snipped fresh chives to taste, that's for on top. Potatoes in a large pot, cover with salty water, bring to the bowl, reduce the heat, medium. Actually, no, that's the wrong way. That's an American doing it.
Yeah.
That's an American business. No, it's raw potato. It's not
It's
thing.
interesting. I don't think that sort of German cuisine has actually really travelled throughout. I mean, you don't.
Well,
all you think about is
Schnitzel.
frankfurters and schnitzel. Yeah.
Right.
So
Well,
there must
schnitzel
be more
is
to it
Austrian.
than that, yeah.
Schnitzel's Austrian, right?
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Wiener Schnitzel is with veal,
Yeah.
and a schnitzel is basically a little cut. A schnitt is a cut,
Yeah.
and a schnitzel is a little cut. And what you do, you cut the meat halfway down. Well, not halfway, 8/9,
Yeah.
and you butterfly the meat.
open it, yeah.
You butterfly the meat, and then you just bread it and fry it. So, Jesus, what's that? Oh, that looks good. Wow.
Be rude to look. Could be. Oh.
I think it's seafood in a. Oh, that looks good, doesn't it, kid? You didn't see it.
It's gone to.
Perdón, señor, puede verlo. Oh, wow. Muy bien. Seafood. Can I photograph? Thank you. Oh, wow. Muchas gracias. It's just called Timothy Dowd. YouTube, yeah? We're live right now with how many? 102 people watching. Timothy D-O-W-D. I'm going to scan that.
So that's how we get it for those.
Yeah, he gets
Photo.
his
Talks to
everybody.
You want to see yourself? Just
There you go,
That's
YouTube.
good. That's excellent.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There we go. So the guy next door just got this seafood dish with a cover on it. Let me just go to there. Look at that. That looks lovely, doesn't it?
Excellent.
Mussels and salmon in a pot with a top on it, done in the oven. I suppose it's better than foil, isn't it?
So it's an edible top, is it?
Yeah, it's like a
Like a
calzone
pastry or something,
It's a
yeah.
pastry, yeah, or a tortilla type thing.
Excellent.
It looks really good. Oh, that's really good. And we might get a new subscriber now.
Yeah, that'd be good. Be fine.
John, would you like to wave? Give us a wave. There's Richard back in the tea.
Yeah. Oh, so talking about restaurants and
Yeah.
things, Playa San Juan, we've now got a second seafood restaurant, big one.
In Playa de San Juan.
Yeah. Near the Running Man, or the man through the wall.
Oh, the blue one.
The blue one.
I've
That's-
just
that's-
opposite
that's
the butchers.
Yeah, that's
Yeah?
just opened. Looks very good. Big menu. Because the other one is just chock-a-block every the Soli Sal.
The Italian place where we were.
Is it called Soli Sal, isn't it? The big.
Oh, yeah,
the
that one
famous
on the front, yeah.
It is queues. So they could do with some competition. So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
We've got our first Indian restaurant.
Wow.
So
Have you been yet?
yes, we did go to the Indian one.
Yeah. For those of you who don't, we're in Playa de San Juan.
Yeah.
This is the next village over.
Yeah.
Is it still in Adeje or is it in Guia de Zora?
It's Guia de Zora.
So it's just past the Obama Hotel,
Yeah.
and the next village after the Obama Hotel is Playa de San Juan or St John's Beach.
Yes, I guess so. Yeah. Yeah. So we're getting a few more restaurants, and I've got some important news. The beach bar has just reopened.
Did you send it me yet?
I did send you a picture.
Let's have a look.
It closed for COVID,
Yeah.
and hasn't been open since. So I think it was I talked to the waiter, and the waiter said it was his first day, and then I told him it's been 5 years in the waiting for it to reopen. So he called it a victory. So
It is a bit. What's it called?
it's called what's that beach bar? Is Charaquito or something like that?
Yeah,
What's the word?
Chiringuito.
Whatever the Spanish word is for beach bar. Yeah.
Chiringuito.
Chiringuito.
Chiringuito Playa de San Juan. So I'm downloading the 5 megabyte picture. It's going to be really clear
Really?
for
Is
5
that good or
megabytes.
bad? I don't know.
That's good.
Oh, is it?
I'll show you in a minute.
Oh, that's all right.
I'll show you in a minute. So there is a beach at Playa de San Juan. There's also a working port. There is also a new promenade.
Yes. Yeah.
And at the end of the promenade, we got some new developments that start about 900 grand, is it?
They are 900, yeah,
Yeah,
and go up
for
to
a-
about 2 or 3 million.
2 or 3 million.
Something silly.
So here's the Chiringuito in Playa de San Juan. There you go. So there's free parking underneath the square on an underground car park. We got to get there early, I think.
Yeah, and then there's parking by the beach.
And there's parking by the beach as well. There you go, Spanish English food. Sorry, Tim, the British coming out in me. No problem. Whereabouts, Richard, do you live? In London?
I live in Ruislip.
Ruislip, there you go. QQs are getting a bit much, says Andy Park. Having come on and said QQs are getting a bit much without a question. Have you tried a Leche Grande?
Leche.
Oh, Leche.
Yeah.
Okay, Leche is Leche. You got to say what you see in Spanish.
Yes, that's right. Yes. Yeah.
Say what you see. Leche Grande. Leche is 2 milks.
Well,
milk
it's
with milk.
What have you called it? Evaporated milk, isn't it?
Condensed milk.
Condensed milk. Yeah, okay.
It's the same thing, isn't it? Evaporated
I'm
milk.
sure.
Yeah, I think it is.
Carnation is the brand.
Evaporated milk and condensed milk.
Yeah.
One of them's sweet, one of them isn't, I think.
I'm not sure. It's
But
sweet, definitely sweet.
Yeah, we're having a barraquito tonight, I think. Yeah, we're gonna have a starter, I think. You're staying for something to eat,
I could do, yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a starter, and I think we've looked online, and we're gonna have the chicken Caesar starter with some bread and mojo dips, yeah. And then I might go for the Tintin fish for the squid, depending on how big your salad is. Anyway, another story. We'll show you that in a minute. The supermarkets here. Supermarkets cheaper in Spain than Blighty. See, the thing is, we're not in Spain here. We're in the Canary Islands, and our VAT is capped at around about 7% for normal stuff, like alcohol and tobacco's 20-odd%. But our IGIC, which is the Impuesto General de Islas Canarias, is only 7%.
Yeah.
So you're going to get cheap stuff here anyway. That's why they can afford to serve cheaper food here and stuff, because the VAT is only 7%. Did you ever go to the Oktoberfest? Every time I went to the Oktoberfest in Munich, I was injured, wasn't I dislocated my shoulder at one point, didn't I? And another time I came home bleeding.
Oh.
Yes, I've been to the Oktoberfest. Always with the company, and always I wasn't paying. Because it was the most expensive place you can go. And you can tell the people in the traditional Bavarian costumes because they're all foreigners.
Are they really?
Yeah.
I did go to one in Frankfurt, some exhibition that was on in Frankfurt, and they had what do you call it? A beer cellar, a big tent with. So that was all corporate types, and
it's typical corporate,
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of the local Munich people try and go out for Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
They go somewhere else. Yeah, they got the Gardasee or something like that. So Oktoberfest is actually in September. It finishes on the first Sunday of October, and it's the end of the hop picking season.
Okay.
That's what it is, isn't it? So they're celebrating the end of the hop picking season, and then all the Munich breweries bring all their newly brewed beer, if you like, into town.
Yeah.
And then on the Theresienwiese. So Theresia, was that her name? She was the wife of Ludwig. Ludwig the First, wasn't it? Not Ludwig the Second. Anyway, it's one of the kings of Bavaria and his wife, and they got married and They got married at the end of the hop picking season,
right?
And they had a 3-day or 4-day party or something, and that was the beginning of the Oktoberfest tradition.
Yeah.
But basically, they do it every year. They liked it so much. They do it every year. Why not?
Yeah. Well, we have harvest festivals.
You do have harvest festivals, yeah.
Yeah.
But the Oktoberfest in Germany.
The old one was much better.
The old
Oktoberfest.
When did it move to the Theresienwiese?
It was always there.
So what was the difference in the old and the new?
It was gemütlicher.
Gemütlicher?
Gemütlicher.
Yeah, but what was the difference? If it's the same place, what's different about it?
It was hectic. People were just nice and drinking until they were totally wrecked.
Drinking until they were totally wrecked, but that's normal, isn't it? If I don't want to get wrecked, I'll drink tea.
They didn't drink until they were totally wrecked. There was no apes and just gemütlich.
Just gemütlich. That's a German word you got to learn, gemütlich.
What's his name?
It just means comfortable, I think.
Oh, okay.
Gemütlich.
So you're comfortable.
Yeah.
Well,
gemütlich. It's a lot more than comfortable, but it's basically where I am at the moment. I'm feeling safe and warm and cuddly, and it's gemütlich. Yeah, cozy. I think cozy is probably a good translation for that. Yeah, but the Oktoberfest was, for me, it was however many litres of beer you could pop down your thing before the boss turned the money off.
That. I mean, well, you enjoyed it at the time, but
no. It's never again. It's a never again moment.
Yeah.
But every year it's a never again moment.
You woke up in a coffee called Laundry, and he was showing the buses till he he was panicking
And then ran trips.
and the trip and hurt himself.
I woke up in the car park and I couldn't find the bus home.
Well,
And I wasn't sure whether it was still there or what time it was or anything. It was only 9 o'clock actually when I came to. But I ended up in the hospital, didn't I?
9 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah.
When did you start?
Midday. Midday.
Yeah. 9 hours. Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Well, we could. We were a lot younger. Our bodies were.
I wasn't a lot younger. This was only in the 90s.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. No. Yeah, 90s, wasn't it? It was before we went to America, wasn't it? Or when I came back, I can't remember. No, I don't think I was that daft when I came back. I don't think I was that daft in my 40s. Anne-Marie Elton says Adam ran towards Harriet's team. Harriet's it was. English or German breakfast? Well, I like the English breakfast just for the tradition, I think.
Yeah.
Egg, bacon, sausage, tomato, beans, fried bread, a cup of tea. But I couldn't have it every day.
No.
You know, I could have it once a month, maybe.
There's a
good,
There's
a
lot
good
of
one.
protein there. You've got to get
In fact,
through.
we're going. In fact, if you go to timothydown.com/events, there is a new event that we've got. It's the last Sunday of the month,
Okay.
and it's called the Brunch Bunch.
Right.
And we're going to go down to the beach bar and have the €8.50 frying pan brunch.
Okay.
And Chris isn't going to have that. You're going to have the pancakes, aren't you, kid? She's nodding her head.
So what do you have with the German breakfast then? What's it?
Okay.
So, German breakfast is maybe a pancake.
Okay.
Maybe a pancake. Typically, it's bread rolls and cold cuts.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, bread rolls and cold cuts, cheese. There is a Bavarian breakfast which is called Leberkäse, which is basically like a loaf of Frankfurter meat. So the same meat you get in a Frankfurter, you can get. That's very smooth meat, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
And there's one that's a little bit coarser. So you've got the smooth Leberkäse
Yeah.
and the grob Leberkäse, which is a bit more.
Of course. Yeah.
But it's a loaf, right?
Right.
And you slice it.
Weiswurst.
And the other thing is Weisswurst, which is veal and parsley sausage. And it's in a darm, in a sausage skin, you know?
Yeah. Yes.
Intestine.
Right.
And traditionally, you can only eat it before lunchtime. So you can't eat it after 12. Because in the old days, the veal would go off.
All right.
Yeah, so they'd slaughter in the morning or whatever it was. I really don't know how you make it, but basically you'd slaughter it.
But you'd eat it raw, would you? Say?
Oh, this has gone that way now.
you're
There we
looking at
go.
other people.
Sorry. And it's cooked in a kessel, right? But
Oh, it is cooked. Yeah.
It's basically what you do is you put it in. You boil water, and you put it in the boiling water and immediately take it off the heat.
Yeah.
And then you let them steep for 10 minutes. And then when you take them out, there's two ways of eating them. You can either put a fork in one end, cut them in half, and then take the skin off with the fork and eat it like a lollipop. Or you can suzel it, which means you put the whole thing in your mouth, you bite the end off, and then you sort of
suck it out.
you suck it out, and then but it's like I don't like that. It's like sucking out of a Durex, you know what I mean? It's like it's horrible. And you have to have a pretzel with it, a soft pretzel with lots of salt on it, and sweet grain mustard. Now, it's not the sweet grain mustard that you like a Dijon. That's too tangy. You've got to go to a German shop or Lidl and get the Süße Senf, and it's usually got a red top. And if it's made by what's your name? Sean. Sean, this is Sean, Ladies and Jelly Spoons. Just pop down so you can say hello. Where are you from, Sean?
Moira in the UK.
Okay.
Just here for a week's holiday.
Are you here for a week?
We are, yes.
Cool, dude. Are you here on Friday?
We will be, yes.
I do another show on Friday called Freaky Friday down at the Monte Cristo. Have you found that yet?
I've no idea what that is.
You walk down here till you get to the second Indian called Masala,
Okay, yes,
up the steps.
Okay.
All right?
Well, perhaps
$2 a
if we're
pint.
around, we'll pop in.
All right. See you, Sean. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, people. There you go.
Excellent. More followers.
Yeah, we got it. Oh, yeah, let's get Chris on there. Hiya, darling. You all right?
Yeah.
You love me?
Yeah.
You just saying that, aren't you?
Brother.
Yeah, so the white sausage is a good breakfast of Weißwurst, but that's Bavarian. I suppose in the north of Germany you'll have Maïzfilet as well, won't you? Sort of like fish, oily fish for breakfast. But yeah.
But with white sausage, you have to drink beer.
Right, that's a tradition. You've got to drink Weissbier with white
Weissbier.
sausage. And because we were working for Siemens, right?
Yeah.
And Siemens, they have to supply, there you go, they have to supply staple food to the workforce.
All right.
And in Bavaria, staple beer is classed as liquid bread,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So therefore,
Those were
the old days. Yeah, when I first started for Siemens, every floor in the office building had a beer machine
Goodness me.
where you could go in and put a mark and get a bottle of beer out. And we used to go for breakfast. We'd start work at 7:30 in the morning,
Right.
and we'd go for breakfast at about 9 o'clock. I've gone the wrong way. That's better. Let's get him in the middle there. We go for breakfast at about 1 o'clock.
Yep.
9 o'clock, and then we'd have Weisswurst and wheat beer for breakfast, and then we go for lunch about 11:30, and we'd have a pils with the lunch,
Yeah.
and then coming back from the canteen to the office, we'd stop at the shop and we get a schnapps in a little bottle, right? And then in the afternoon at 4 o'clock, we go to the fridge and we get a Warsteiner. Because somebody always had a birthday, or they'd bought a new car,
Yeah.
or they'd had a kid. Yeah. So
And you
somebody
could
was
work
celebrating.
after all of this, could you?
You didn't work at all. In fact, it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing. We worked in an office. Everybody's pushing paper around.
Yeah. No, well, beer. I mean, the monks used to make beer because the water was no good. So I read somewhere.
That's their story, and they're sticking to it.
Yeah. So beer was safer to drink than the water.
Well, what I heard was that the monks took a barrel of beer and
Yeah.
went to the Pope
Yeah.
to get it blessed.
Right.
And of course, beer doesn't travel.
No.
And so they gave it to the Pope, and he drank it, and he went, "Oh, if you want to drink this crap, go right ahead." And that's why the monks drink beer.
Yeah.
Are you too warm? Oh no, you're all right. I'm the one toasting. It's nice and toasty here, actually. Probably about 26 degrees, 27
It's good
degrees
actually
in the
today,
sun.
isn't it? It's
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
Very nice today.
Yeah.
Very nice, man.
Was also Berlin. Those monks didn't eat in Lent.
The monks didn't eat in Lent, but they were allowed to drink Lent beer, weren't they?
Yeah.
Bock beer.
Beer, that's got everything you need to live.
Well, not everything. It doesn't have vitamin D. They got to get out in the sun. In fact, there's a thing called Münchener Herz, which is the Munich heart disease.
Yeah.
Münchener Herz, and that's what a lot of old guys get in Munich, is because they don't eat, they just drink beer to sustenance, right? And they've got everything, but they get this special heart disease, and it's called Munich heart disease.
Oh.
And it's because these Bavarians, old traditional Bavarians, they get up and they eat a sausage and a beer
That's
in the morning,
interesting.
drink beer all afternoon.
I'm sure there's some ailment, there's some disease you can get which is called Munchen something. So
That's Munchausen.
Oh, Munchausen.
Munchausen's disease, yeah.
So it comes from Munich.
No, Munchausen's different.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's a guy.
Right.
Munchausen was a guy that fantasized a lot. And Munchausen's disease is when you have, it's a sort of a mental illness, I think, Munchausen's is. But the Münchener Herz, see, Mönchengladbach, right, is
Yes.
actually Mönchengladbach, M-O-N,
All right.
So and that's in the north.
Yes.
München is the German word for Munich, obviously.
Okay.
And the Italian word for Munich is Monaco.
Oh.
And the English word for Munich is Munich.
Yes. Correct.
So that's why when people say Bayern Munich,
Yes.
they're saying it wrong. Because Bayern is the Bavarian word for Bavaria,
All right.
right? And München is the Bavarian word for Munich.
Yeah.
So it's Bayern
Bayern
München. Bayern München. So if you're going to Englishize it and say Munich, then you've got to say Bavarian Munich. You can't say Bayern Munich. That's interesting.
We made a lot of mess out of various words, cities, and all countries, and all the rest of it.
It's like when
we tried to anglicise them.
Yeah, but when I hear people talking over here and they say, you live in a DG, and what's it like in Callio, and we're going to wherever they say they're going, right? And I say it's like somebody saying, I went to a nice city in England called Liverpool.
Yeah.
And
But they haven't learned. I mean,
all you got to do
J's
is pronounce
is a-
each letter.
yeah, but a J in England is J.
It's J, right?
And it's H in here. So I
It's
used
H.
to call it player
San Juan.
Joanne or something
San
like
Juan.
that. Yeah. So.
Ah.
Hola.
She hates that.
She hates that.
She doesn't like being kissed, no.
I
Not
don't
not
like
even
being
from me. I don't even get a kiss.
I kiss it.
No girls around kissing was fine.
He's dribbled all over you. Do you want another drink? A refill.
Yeah.
So let's see what else we got. Any more on Mr. Travel on Plan, Tim? I was thinking about him today, actually. I haven't contacted him and he hasn't contacted me, but he said he was coming over, so I was going to wait till he came over and we could discuss what we're going to do regular. But basically, it doesn't cost me anything to do a quick video about the weather, and any time. In fact, I've got this website that I've got to pay for in June, which is like this connection website where more video people can get together and exchange ideas. And I've got 3 seats on that, and I got it dirt cheap. I got it in a Black Friday sale or something, and I pay €107 a year for this system, and it's used by Hollywood, right?
Oh, really?
And it's like 500 a seat. 500 a seat is the normal price.
Oh.
But I got in at the ground floor.
Yeah.
And got this dirt cheap deal, 3 seats for €107.
Yeah.
And as long as I keep paying it, they've got to honour my contract.
Right.
So it's
it won't increase over the years? or
no,
anything like
no, it's a contract that I've got for life,
Ah.
as long as I keep paying it. So I was using it for Webby to do his all his stuff,
Yeah.
but he stopped doing those now. He's doing it all on his own. So I've got 2 seats basically. So if anybody wants to collaborate with me on anything like that, or if you want me to edit something of yours, then let me know. Does Richard have a channel, Tim?
Oh, no.
Richard is not that.
I'm not really.
You're not that type, are you?
I have trouble using my phone.
You're like what Webby would call a dinosaur.
Yes, I guess so. Well,
Okay, I'm just going to zoom you in so don't have those people in the background. There you go. That'll do. Probably made it worse, did I? If you had to choose one place to live, Germany, Spain, or England? Well, the thing is, I did have to choose one place to live, and it's here.
yeah.
Definitely here. I would love to go back to Germany for a holiday. A week.
I mean, I could think about going there.
Nice weather.
Only if they guarantee nice weather, yeah.
Not too hot and not too cold.
The biggest problem with Germany is southern Germany, is you have a hot summers and freezing cold winters. I mean, that was the biggest problem for Chris, was the hot summers and the cold winters.
So where would you recommend? I mean, I thought about Berlin and I've thought about Munich, and I've been taught about Hamburg, but I don't know.
It depends what you want. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of history in Bavaria, and there's a lot of beauty in Bavaria. There's a lot of Gothic sort of castles and stuff in the north. The river cruises are good. The Rhine, the
Yeah.
Mosel,
Yeah.
the Wine, Mosel down to Luxembourg. So it depends where you want to go. What I particularly would do a Donau cruise, a Danube cruise.
Okay.
And then you can get on somewhere around about Nuremberg, right? And you can go all the way down the Danube to the Black Sea.
All right.
And but I think between Nuremberg and Passau is one of the most beautiful parts of the Bavarian stretch. Then after Passau, it goes into Austria. Then it goes into Hungary and over to the Black Sea there. So, but yeah, Regensburg is a beautiful city on the northernmost point of the Danube,
Yeah.
and it's got the oldest stone bridge crossing of the Danube in the world.
Right.
It's got an old cathedral, and the old town was saved in World War II by the patrician who went to the Winzere Höhe, so the wine hill, if you
Yeah.
like. It wasn't a mountain. The wine hill, which was above the northern part of the Danube, looking down on the city where the Americans were with the tanks.
Yeah.
And he went and he surrendered to the Americans.
Okay.
And he said, "I will surrender the city as long as you promise not to bombard it."
Yeah.
So he surrendered to them. Unfortunately, they hung him. But he saved
They
Regensburg.
didn't bombard it.
No, they
That's
didn't
still-
bombard it. So it
still
was not.
as
It was
should be.
saved well. It was
Yeah.
well saved, yeah,
Yeah.
because they'd bombarded everything else, obviously. But Regensburg was saved, so it's got a lot of old history. You got it's the town in Germany with the most bars per capita,
Sounds good.
and it's a university town as well. So it's lots of young
yeah.
people,
Yeah.
lots of buzz, lots of art. In fact, they've just opened a brand new art museum there, and it's a great place to go. In fact, I would go to the Hotel David
Oh, really?
or the hotel. What's that other hotel behind the cathedral there? The Bischofshof, or the Haus Hooiport. So in that area, so David Hotel, Haus Hooiport, and the Bischofshof, and you're right in the centre of town. And in the summer, there's a fantastic Mediterranean flair. In fact, they call it the northernmost Mediterranean city.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's got lots of Italian restaurants, Greek restaurants, not so many Indians, lots of Bavarian restaurants, obviously. In fact, they've got a castle there from the first ton of taxis, and they have a restaurant there, which we love. And they got a front courtyard, an inside place, and an outside place, which is in the grounds of the castle. And you can go and get your standard German food, which is Schweinsbraten, roast pork,
Right.
dumplings, and sauerkraut.
Yeah.
Then you've got your roast beef in vinegar, so sour beef
Yeah.
with red cabbage and potato dumplings, yeah, or finger noodles, like the same thing as the dumpling,
Yes.
but made into like chip type lengths,
Right.
and fried. They're really good. And you've got the duck breasts, you've got the goose. You got the goose in St. Martin's Day is a traditional goose.
Getting hungry.
I am, yeah. I am. How much for
Talks a
those
lot
bottle
about
of beer
food,
you
don't
drink, Monte Cristo, Tim? They are €4, I think. You've got the police coming. Are they going to arrest me? Maybe somebody's complained.
Cuando entre paraste dije,
Oh, they're not bothering with you, I don't think.
Thank God for that.
Yeah.
aproveché que ustedes sabían
Police are coming in. Claudio, otra jarra para mí. Do you want another beer?
I'm all right. I've been a bit slow at the moment.
You're a bit-
but,
Sí, por favor. Muchas gracias. Okay, they're €4, but I think I get them for $3.50 because I bring a lot of people in.
right in the Monte Cristo.
Yeah, I get the German beers for $3.50, and they're €1.20 in the shop. Or between $1.20 and $1.50, depending on if there's a special offer or anything like that.
I think in the one I go to in San Juan, it's $2.80.
$2.80 for the German beer.
No, for a jarra de cerveza. No, just
Oh, no, this is-
a Dorado or something
No,
like
yeah,
that.
$2.80. I mean, here you'll pay anything between €2 and $3.50.
Yeah.
For $3.50 down the beach, I think it's €3 here,
Yeah.
and €2 at the Monte Cristo. Jarra. Put normal chat on, Tim, not QQ. Why? By the way, Tim, I meant to mention to you that I bought the DJI Mini 4 Pro whilst in Canada, got the Fly More combo, and saved over £300 from UK prices. Did you get caught at the importing it without paying duty? And Aki said, did Richard used to live near Ruislip Lido?
Yes, did. Yeah. Rice Lido, famous for its in The Young Ones by Cliff Richard. And it was actually on the TV this last just over Easter. And they've got views.
Muchas gracias.
Hola.
Yeah.
Is this Claudio? He's my favourite Italian waiter with glasses.
So yeah, it hasn't really changed, the Lido. They don't do water skiing anymore or sailing boats,
No.
or even swimming in it.
You can't swim in the Lido anymore. It's not a Lido
Well,
then, is
the
it?
red flag, I mean, some people do, but the red flag's up most of the time. So,
Yeah.
And it has a little miniature railway, which is quite extensive actually.
Yeah.
Runs all the way around the Lido, and we take our grandson on it. So
Okay.
It's brilliant. Yeah, it's a good place.
Oh, Craig's telling me at 7 p.m. we got to go.
Okay.
Is somebody coming on after me or something? So, Christina Lee. You got a mouthful of water, okay. Don't rush. You done it now? No? Okay. Oh, yeah. So, what do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah, let me know what you think.
I think we should eat soon.
Eh?
We should eat soon.
What do you fancy? Well, you've already decided, haven't you?
The way,
You've already decided, haven't you? What you're having?
sort of.
Sort of. So, should we get the menu then?
Yeah, we can still change our minds.
We get to change our minds, do we? Cool deal. We'll get a menu. We'll show you guys what the menu's like, and then you can decide what she's having. And all you got to do is to go to timothydowd.com/sponsor and pay for a meal at PayPal. I've got 2 emails. Hang on. See you in half an hour, says Craig. Orcus Whaling sent me a picture, and I've done a picture of Orcus. This is the first one that they did. That's good, isn't it?
That's good, yeah.
And the second one is with a Guinness. So if you want a Pixar version of yourself, Richard, let me know.
Okay.
We're going to get them all in the universe. I've created the Timmy Baby universe.
I have seen them, yes, yeah.
Christina's is good as well. I like Christina's.
Yes, no, that's good.
Let's,
It's,
let's see what we got in Christina's. I'm going to show you Christina's one. I'll show you the first one that I didn't use. So this is the first one they did, which put a little bit too fat for me, and the hair was a little bit too dark. Let me just do this. There you go. So that was the first one, and then I asked her to do the blonde, and they did this, which I think is a lot better. That looks more like it, doesn't it? Yeah?
yeah.
That's the one that they chose, but that's the one they did first. And you're eating chickpeas there as well. I like that one.
Yeah.
That's good, isn't it?
Very good, yeah.
You just upload a picture to ChatGPT,
Yeah.
and I created a universe.
What, it returns them to you, does it?
Well, so with ChatGPT, what you do is you go in and it can either ask it a question, then it acts like Google, right? Or you can tell it to act like somebody.
Okay.
So I say, you are a 3D animator designer at Pixar Studios.
Okay.
And you've been given this picture, and you have to create a character based on this picture, wearing a yellow shirt and holding a bottle of Bavarian beer, blah blah blah, right? And so you give it sort of a prompt, it's called, and then it will give you a version, and then you tell it to change the version. So it's basically as if you've got a designer stood next to you.
Yeah.
You can say, yeah, lose the hat, or stick the sunglasses on the hat, right?
Yeah.
Change the bottle of beer to Heineken, and change this cap to a cap, and make it look like Webby. And this character is called Webster. So my character's called Timmy Baby, his character's called Webster, her character's called Chrissy, and I'll tell you why in a minute. If you've ever watched The Boys from the Black Stuff, remember that series in the 70s and 80s with Yossa Hughes and anyway, Julie Walters played this woman whose husband lost his job, obviously. They all lose their jobs in Boys from the Black Stuff. And they had geese out in the back, and he lost it, and he was called Chrissy, the guy. And the famous line is, "Don't shoot the geese, Chrissy." And it's Julie Walters. I can see it now saying, "Don't shoot the geese, Chrissy."
Yeah.
And so it was that's where she got it from, Chrissy. And we've got Tiny Tony, which was Tony Green, the Green's Adventures, and we got Orcus from Orcus Whalen, whose real name is Craig, right?
Yeah.
And Dave Mulready, he's coming on it now. He sent me a picture. So if you want to be part of the universe, let me know. So we're going to finish it here, Richard.
Yeah, that's fine.
So look straight in the camera and say goodnight to Iris.
Good night, Iris. Hope you have a reasonable night without me.
She's having the time of her bloody life, with the kids and everything, yeah.
Still. So I'll see you tomorrow. They'll pick me up from the airport.
What time are you flying back?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
In the evening, yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Richard, for being such a wonderful guest. We're going to have something to eat now.
Yes, that'd be great.
So, I said I was going to get the menu. Let's get the menu quick, and we can decide. I'll leave you on until we're finished. Claudio, para comer, porfa. Solo dos. Muchas gracias. So, do you want it in Spanish, English, or German? We'll do it in English for you guys. So the starters are, I've actually gone through this the other day, so if you want to see the whole menu, go back and have a look at the one we did on last Wednesday, wasn't it? With Tony Bennett and Josie and the Pussycats. I went through the whole menu last Wednesday in detail, so I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to tell you what the starters are. The starters are garlic bread with tomato cheese and serrano ham. You got the chef's squid, which is the tomato sauce and chili. The tuna tataki, pickled onions and mandarins. Salmon tartare with avocado. Mussels in marinara sauce. Garlic mushrooms. Garlic king prawns asiatico, which is like Chinese style. And grilled vegetables with pesto. Those are the starters, and the salads, which I think we're going to have a Caesar salad with chicken and smoked mayonnaise, cherry tomato, parmesan, tuna salad with olive oil, avocado tartare, avocado prawns, king prawn wakame, which is what we had the other day, and I don't recommend that, and nebula salad, mezclun, avocado, guacamole, goat's cheese, red peppers, and jam. There it is. So I think what we're going to go for was we were going to go for the focaccia with garlic, tomato, and rocket, and a Caesar salad. But then we said we don't really want the focaccia, do we? So we thought we'll go for. You're still going for the Caesar?
Yeah, Caesar and
Bread with mojo. So Chris is going for a Caesar salad with a side of bread, a bread basket with mojo rojo, mojo verde. Or would you prefer? You want the green one, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And I really don't know what I want, to tell you the truth. The beef burger's good as well. I've had the beef burger before. It's a beef burger gourmet with cheddar cheese, bacon, salad, sauce, mustard and honey. So that is good. Chicken breasts. That's too much, really. Ravioli. Christine likes the things here. I'm trying to work out where the thing is. Roast salmon fillet, Cajun peppers, king prawns, tomato sauce, tuna loin. I asked my mate. Perdone, señor. La comida. ¿Dónde está?
He's off
Espanol?
that big fish dish.
Fish?
Mm.
The sea
I might
perch
have
chef
the
style.
ravioli.
Yeah?
Do you like the
That
ravioli?
one?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't even say it's got the thing on it, does it?
Yes, the bread.
But it doesn't say on it. I would never have had it. Was it good?
It was in a surprise.
Yeah. Where are you guys from? Iran.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Cheese.
Do I know any Iranian? I don't think I know any Iranian.
Oh, yeah.
I have a friend who's Iranian. She did teach me something, but I can't remember it. Nah, I can't remember it. Well, enjoy.
Thank you so
You're very welcome. So, ladles and jelly spoons. It was the number 59, the sea perch chef style, garlic, onion, peppers, king prawns, mussels in tomato sauce, $25.95, and it comes with that lid on it. No? We'll have it another time. We'll have it another time. You're easy. You mean you could eat half of it? No, she couldn't. No.
Looked like a lot to eat.
It looked like a lot. Well, no, it was actually empty inside. I mean, it looked like a lot, but it's basically just a sea perch with some vegetables in it and sauce.
Okay. All right.
And then the whole thing's covered. It's because of the steam. What's that? Oh, that's the garlic bread. Do you want to give back the camembert? No? Shall I take you off camera for a second? There you go.
There we go.
Alright, so Chris is having a coughing fit, which is good to have it before lunch, isn't it? Before dinner.
Yeah.
Do you want a whiskey or something? Where's the Empire State Building? Right. I don't know what we're having. We're going to finish it here in case somebody else wants to come on. Oh, I think, isn't... No, it's not. Michael's not coming on, is it? I don't think yet. Anyway.
No, all right.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to bring up Richard again at the end. Richard, thank you again for coming.
That's okay. Lovely to be here.
And we'll see you tomorrow morning. I don't have a walk planned for tomorrow. What time are you leaving to the airport?
I'll go about 4 or 5, something like that.
You going to fancy a walk tomorrow morning and Playa San Juan?
Do you want to see Plaza one again?
Do you want to see Playa San Juan again? No, you're right. No, you're right. I just don't know where to go. I hate deciding, that's the thing.
There's a,
Or do you want
I'm
me to
sure
take you
there's
some...
nothing there, but there's that little town, not town, it's more like a village, just outside Playa San Juan. I think
Fonsalia?
what's it called?
Penco or something has gone.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I see the lights of it at night, but
Is
I
it
don't
up,
know
up
what
the mountain, is it?
Up the mountain, yeah.
Up
But I
the
don't
mountain
know
from Playa
what
San
it's
Juan.
called.
I think that's where Rick lives.
Does he?
I think Rick lives up there.
All right.
He turns right, Playa San Juan, and he's up by the motor, not the motorway, just before
Just
the
before
motorway.
the
I think.
motorway, yeah.
What's that place called? Penco or something.
Thing-
Piedra Hincada?
Quienquer or
Piedra Incada or Tajina de Azora.
Tequina.
Tajina.
de
I've been up
Azora.
there. There's not a
Yeah.
lot of
No, I wouldn't.
not a lot of
No.
live stuff, you know. I love you, baby. If I sing it, I'll get copyrighted because I'm so good. Right, let's finish it up. You've been watching Midweek Meetup.